Hello everyone, welcome to the new episode of Cabin Crew Talk Show, and today my guest is Miss Pavneet. She is my colleague here in Oman Air, but you will hear her story. It's very interesting. She's coming from India and she used to work also in another airline back home in India.
Cabin crew, take your seats for takeoff.
So, welcome Pavneet. Thank you
you.
for accepting my invitation to be in the Cabin Crew Talk Show. It really means a lot of me because I'm just at the beginning and you are showing that you're supporting me. So thank you very much.
Always a pleasure. Always.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
How you're spending the time in this quarantine, corona?
Well, I like to watch movies, Netflix. That's how I'm passing time.
Do you exercise?
I do, yes.
Cooking?
Cooking, yes. Every day we have to. There is nobody to feed us, so we have to cook by ourselves.
You need to be responsible.
Yeah.
When we go back to flying, to be fit and ready, right?
Exactly.
So now at the beginning you can introduce yourself, you can tell us how old are you, from which city in India you're coming, and what was your past experience.
Okay. So my name is Pavneet Kaur and I'm from India. I am 26 years old. Previously I was working with, I've always been a crew, so I was working with an Indian airline named Jet Airways. And I worked with Jet for 3 years, and now I'm a crew with Oman Air. So we are
Almost 1 year, right?
Yeah, it's been almost a year now with
Okay.
Oman Air. Yes.
So what I want to ask you, before you joined Jet Airways, did you study something, and how old were you when you joined Jet Airways?
I was 21. I had
Wow.
I had just finished my graduation, and
What did you study?
I studied English literature. So I finished my exams, and I also had my retainers for 3 years.
Oh.
So while I was studying, I had retainers because my Indian airline, it did not accept cabin crew with retainers.
It's like braces,
It's
right?
braces,
Okay.
yes. So it was not allowed. It should be clear. Your teeth should be clear. You should have a perfect smile. So that was the basic requirement of
One of the
being
requirements.
yes, part of the requirement. So then I completed my studies, and then I realized that I always wanted to become a crew
Why?
because it's fascinating because the perks, you are being paid for traveling. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
One big advantage.
big advantage, and you get to know different people every day because your colleagues are different every day. You don't
It's
fly.
challenging,
It's
actually.
challenging, yes. It's not the same person every day, like a regular job. So I never wanted to do a
Regular job.
boring regular
Office.
job, office job or a 9 to 5 job. I never wanted that. So this is something I always wanted, something different, something fascinating. I wanted to be paid for traveling, so that's why I just realized that there was an interview being conducted in a locality in my hometown.
It's New Delhi, right?
New Delhi, yes. So this recruitment event was happening in New Delhi. So that's when I showed up for the interview, and I just
And you
ended
got
up
it from the first time.
for the first time. Yeah, I just
Lucky one.
lucky one.
Not like me, trying.
Well, it's different for everyone, so it doesn't matter. Some people are very smart enough to, one of my batchmate, he literally changed his clothes on the same day.
No
And he
way.
was, yes,
Like trying like another person.
yes, pretended to be another person.
Oh my god.
And again interviewed, and the recruiters could not recognize him.
But tell me, okay, now I want to talk about Jet Airways. Like,
Yes.
how many people? Is it how is the recruitment process? Like, how many people show up, and do they conduct it very often, or?
Well, for Jet Airways, we were back in those days. It was every month recruitment.
Oh,
It was
wow.
like a monthly recruitment.
So wait, it was 2016 or 15?
Yes, it was 2015. No, 16.
16. Now I'm
16.
calculating.
Right in the beginning of the year, January.
Mhm.
Yes.
So they were conducted every month.
Yeah, they were conducting every month. So in January they were recruiting, in February they were recruiting, yeah, quite frequently. And then they stopped.
Maybe when they reach enough
Yeah.
number of the crew,
Yes.
they stop it.
They stopped.
But how is recruitment? Like you go to drop off your CV,
Yeah.
and then they call you for the next day or same day or.
Well, it is different for every airline, the recruitment process. For this airline, Jet Airways, it was like for the first day we just I remember we dropped CV, and the recruiter asked a couple of questions like introduce yourself.
Something quick, right?
Something like, just tell us about yourself, what do you do? And yeah, just there were barely 2 questions. And you drop the CV, and then they tell you
If
to
they
go
like
leave.
you, they call you.
Yes, if they like. No, well, everybody was in the same hall. So one person goes, drops CV,
Come out.
asks a few questions, and then he leaves. So he stays in the same hall. It was a huge hall.
How many people?
It was full of like maybe 150, 200.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, yeah, it was. There were a lot of people, and then once they shortlisted a few, they just announced the names. They shortlisted. Well, actually, they give a paper to the ones who were shortlisted for the next round. Yes.
So that's the same thing how Qatar Airways is doing.
Yes. Actually, that was the situation. I forgot that they did. In the first place, when you went for the first round, they give you a paper if you make it to the next round.
And then what is the next round?
The next round was about, yes, it was about height and weight and
they
tattoos.
check,
Yes. The second round was all those who had that paper, that form. In the meanwhile, we fill it, and by the time they are taking other people's interview.
So okay, because they gave you already that you passed, then you need to fill in like if you have tattoo, scar, whatever.
Yes.
And then when they finish all people who came.
Yes. Once everybody was done, once they shortlisted people, there were barely 50.
Okay.
They came up and they stood on the weigh machine.
To check.
Yes. And there was a grooming lady. There was a lady. She was in charge to check whether they have any tattoos, visible tattoos up till here, because our uniform is
that's long, right?
yeah, because for the boys it's the shirts are
Short
up till
sleeves,
here. Yeah, short sleeves. So they need to make sure there is no tattoo up till
in that visible area.
Yeah, this visible area. So yeah.
And for girls, you had a long jacket, right?
We had
uniform.
Yes, we had a yellow jacket, and even that is something we wear at the airport.
But when you come on board, you remove it.
We remove.
So it was also short, or
no? Inside there was a blue shirt, which was full sleeves as well.
So, do you know any girl that she had tattoo? I don't know, somewhere here. And that she could pass, or it's not allowed?
Well, some people did fooled the recruiters in the interview.
Mm-hmm.
They did hide, they did have tattoos, but luckily it was here.
Up.
So the recruiter could not
See
see it. So they were saved.
Okay.
But later on, during the training,
They found out.
no, basically they ask you verbally that if you didn't show, if you were saved at the time of recruitment, if you escaped that time, it's time for you to tell us now if you have
Again.
Again, you can just tell us if you have anything like tattoos. But nobody came up. Nobody wants to come out clean
Yeah,
and
of
get
course.
fired.
Yeah.
So everybody kept silent. And
Yeah, actually, until it's not visible,
yes.
it's fine.
It's
Again,
fine.
it depends on the airline. Like in some
Yes.
airlines, like Qatar Airways, if they find out that you are having tattoo that
Tattoos.
you didn't report
Yeah.
during recruitment, they can terminate you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, you had some, I don't know, group exercises or English test or no?
Yes, that was after the tattoo
Group check,
round. After the height, weight, they were checking the teeth as well. And after that, they shortlisted a few, and they were supposed to have a group discussion. So there were basically two groups.
Okay, they divide you.
They divided us into two groups. The first group comes first, is group A, and they are given. They are basically sitting in a circle. Yes, and they talk about. They give you a situation. Basically,
How you-
something related to hotel management.
Yeah, it's
So
very popular. in
Very
this recruitment.
popular, yes. So they give you that situation
Like
and
what you will decide, which customer you will serve, or I don't know, choose.
exactly.
And after that, you had English test or no?
No.
Because basically in India, you learn in the school in English, right?
Yes.
So
We have a
all of
subject.
you, you speak English very well.
Yes.
Like in my country, we have like a subject English, but the rest of the subjects we learn in Serbian language.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh.
yeah, that's why if any airline comes to recruit in Serbia, they do English test as well, because they need to check the knowledge. And then after that, like, did you have final interview or?
Well, later on, we were told the ones who were shortlisted after the third round, we were told that you have to attend a second last interview with the management in the main office of Jet Airways. So after 4 days, we went to the main head office of the Jet Airways where all the trainings were conducted. So we went there. Yes, the trainings are done in two places, in Mumbai and in Delhi. So we have two training centers basically. We
For
have one
the-
in
for the company, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
we have one in Delhi, one in Mumbai. So because the event was
New
it happened in
Delhi.
New Delhi, so they told us to visit the higher management
There.
in the head office. So yes, over there we were asked 4 questions.
Only 4.
Yes.
But it's complicated.
It's complicated.
Tell me.
They asked us 4 questions. I vaguely remember,
Uh-huh.
but it was like one by one. So
You couldn't hear from other people, like.
yes, once the person is done interviewing, he leaves. He
You
leaves.
cannot share
Yeah,
experience.
he cannot share his experience with the others who are waiting.
Waiting.
Yes,
Tricky.
tricky.
And after that, you passed that part.
No, it was still not done. They were still classifying, and then there was a last round where we meet the higher management.
Oh my God.
Yes, like maybe the CEOs, like someone who's close to a CEO. So
Like higher positions.
yes, they want to make sure that the recruiters have recruited
properly.
properly.
They choose the good candidates.
They chose the good candidates. And that was the final thing.
How long is the training in Jet Airways?
3 months.
3 months.
Yes.
Wow. So it's actually how many aircrafts you have got trained?
I was just one.
Which type?
737.
Boeing 737. Do they have a wide body?
Yes. We have an Airbus.
Mm-hmm.
We have
Airbus 330.
777. It was a bigger one.
350.
Because I wasn't trained
Yeah,
on
so
that
you didn't know,
aircraft.
huh?
So, however, my friends were on Airbus.
Uh-huh.
I think it was Airbus 330.
Uh-huh. So you got a Boeing 737, right?
Yeah, I was on a narrow body.
Uh-huh. But did you have layovers or?
Yes, we had layovers all over India.
So in India, and you also had like some international layovers.
Yes, we had a lot of international layovers, but they were on wide body.
Okay.
They were on 777 Boeing. We had a 777.
But that aircraft you have not been trained.
I wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe I didn't get a chance. Maybe.
Yeah, it depends how they choose. And,
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you now. And actually, I guess that's one of the reasons why you decided to leave the company. Probably you wanted to see the world, to have more destinations.
Exactly,
Right?
that was the reason.
Yeah, but you mentioned to me that you used to work also like cabin in charge.
Yes.
So you can share a little bit about that.
Well, I would love to, because
Tell us.
yeah. So it was already 3 years with the company.
Mm-hmm.
So we were promoted very quickly in our airline. It was like we were barely kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all babies like at that time. So but still we got opportunities to lead the flight.
Team and
the entire team, which was very challenging. Everybody was afraid. People generally take sick leave when they get the training for the lead.
Promoted to, oh my god.
Once they get promoted, they just take sick leave so that they can escape from the situation of leading the entire plane. Yeah. So well, I also faced the situation, and I also thought of escaping from the situation. But then I realized it's okay. This may be a chance for me to develop, to grow. So I just took up the challenge, and I decided, okay, fine, I will do this training. The training period was for 10 days as a lead, and then yes, I did operate a few flights as a lead. So when you are a lead, everybody comes to you
to complain about
you
need to solve all the problems.
You have to be, you have to think.
Very responsible.
You have to be very responsible.
Yeah.
You are the ones. Captains are basically the captains. They are talking to you. They will not talk to the other juniors. They will talk to the one who is leading the flight. So yeah, so that was pretty challenging. A few flights were, but then I got used to it. Once the first flight was pretty challenging, but then later on I was okay. Relaxed. Yeah, I was.
You got used to it, but it's a good experience.
Yeah, the experience was really nice, and then
I think it's valuable.
Yeah, it's really valuable. And then I felt like, yes, I got that desire, that urge that I want to lead always. And then I never liked flying under someone. I always, then I realized that I want to
be a leader
forever.
And then you came to Oman Air.
And then I had to
start from the beginning.
Yes,
everything.
Start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let me ask you, why you decided to leave Jet Airways?
Because I was flying just domestic. I was
Domestic
only flying
flights.
throughout India,
Uh-huh.
so I wasn't flying outside India.
And you wanted to see the world.
I want to see the world. Everybody wants to. So I wasn't given a chance to be trained on Airbus.
Yeah, for
777.
some wide body that they're flying
Yes.
longer flights.
Yeah, my friends got it, but I wasn't. So I was like, I would either move to any Middle Eastern airline, whether it's Qatar or Emirates or Oman or Etihad or Gulf Air.
Mm-hmm.
All
Just to get chance to,
just to
see the world.
Just to see the
And
world.
now, I think when I published my first video about like my journey from Qatar Airways to Oman Air, I got so many questions about Oman Air. Like people from Serbia, they're asking me.
Yes.
And also some people, I don't know how they reached to me. I was like, really? People from some countries, like, who? And they asked me like, why? We want to know more about Oman Air. Like, there is no one to say something about Oman Air because, of course, we are not still that big and famous airline.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like people, they don't publish much. Like Emirates, Etihad, Qatar Crew. If you Google it, you will find a lot.
Yes.
And you can get a lot of information.
Yes.
But for Oman Air, not that much.
Not that much.
Yeah. So I would like to ask you, because your memory is more fresh than mine. Like
Yes.
my assessment day for Oman Air, it was 3.5 years back.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I remember, but tell me how you came to know about Oman Air. Like, where did you see the advertisement?
Mm-hmm.
Was that through some agency, or it was like Oman Air who published it? Because for me it was through some agency. Actually, I didn't see any Oman Air official advertisement. I saw it two agencies. One was from Oman and another one was from my country. That's how I came to know that they are conducting assessment day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I applied. But let me tell you, tell me, yes, how is the situation? How was it in India?
Yeah. Well, it's different for every country,
Yeah.
basically. So just like yours, it was a bit different from in India.
Mhm.
We had a third party
Mhm.
for Oman Air recruitment.
Okay.
So it was not the direct, it was not the Oman Air recruitment team directly speaking to the candidates.
Mhm.
It
It was some agency.
It
or-
was some agency, yeah.
Okay.
So
But how they published the advertisement? How you came to
It
know
was
about
on-
that?
it was on Facebook.
Mhm.
I was on my Facebook page,
Scrolling
up, and then I have basically liked a few pages about aviation. I have basically subscribed to some aviation pages.
Mhm.
So that's how it
Show
appears
on your
on my
homepage.
homepage. Yes. So then I just saw this picture with a lady wearing Oman Air uniform, and there was this advertisement that they are recruiting in India,
Mhm.
and they will be recruiting in Kolkata and Bombay, Mumbai.
Yeah.
So these are the two places the event is going to happen. So if you are interested, you just send your CV on this email,
Mhm.
and there was a number also
You
mentioned.
can call.
You can call. So basically I could call, and there was an email address as well. So I just dropped my CV. I
On
sent my
email.
on that same email, and the number was not very useful because once you send your CV,
Mhm.
you get a reply with a phone number
Mhm.
with the details. So basically it's like, they reply to you, and then they tell you that it was if I remember, it was pre-screening in Mumbai. Yes.
Okay, the agency.
Yes.
So it might be useful for people. Maybe in future, if Oman Air recruits again, they
again.
can follow that page
Yes, they will follow, and then the details will show up
in the advertisement.
in the advertisement, and you just drop your CV on that same email, and then they will tell you the venue details.
After how many days, if you remember, like was the venue detail?
It was after
Approximately.
roughly 10 days maybe.
Oh, quick.
Yeah, it was quick. Yeah, after 10 days they told you to come for a pre-screening round. And then I was luckily in Mumbai on that same date, which was mentioned in the email.
How come? You had layover?
I had a layover
No
in
way.
Mumbai.
Imagine.
Yeah, Jet Airways, we had mostly Bombay layovers. So I had a layover in Bombay and I was in my hotel and I was carrying my formals.
So you can go for a...
Yes, and makeup thing we always carry.
Yeah.
And I just made my hair, I was dressed, and then I just left for the pre-screening round.
And what did they do?
There was a lady there. She was the third party. She was just the third party. She was not part of Oman Air. She was just a person who will shortlist candidates and give the names to the Oman Air recruitment team. So she does it basically.
So and then, but with her you didn't have any I don't know, English test or
Nothing
any
at all.
group discussion. So she checked your appearance.
Yes, and she asked me, "Do you know swimming?" Which was frightening because I didn't know swimming.
But wait, back in Jet Airways, during your initial training, you had, of course, you had ditching, right? Training. And then you did it with the life jackets or?
In Jet Airways also I was really afraid of water. I was so afraid of the ditching drills because I've never been into deep water. So I went, so that was my first experience. It was horrible. So yeah, but still we were wearing life jacket. We had the aids. So you would not drown. You won't drown. You will finish. Somehow you will finish in Jet Airways because you have life jacket. But for the Oman Air recruitment, when she asked me, "Do you know swimming?" So I was like, "No, I'm not a professional swimmer, but I can barely swim." So she was like, "Okay, fine. That is enough. That much is enough." So she just shortlisted my name, but I lied. I couldn't swim.
Then she chose you, she forwarded your information to Oman Air.
To Oman Air, yes.
And then you got a contract from them, or what was the? Or she was still included in the communication between you and Oman Air? Or?
No. She just shortlists you and she is nowhere to be seen. You don't hear anything from her for 2 months. And there was a recruitment event from the Oman Air recruitment management.
Okay.
The team was in Bombay. There was this event being conducted. So the names who were shortlisted by that woman. She was supposed to email them
to inform you,
to inform us the venue details of the event which is going to happen.
But she didn't?
But I did not hear anything from her. So because she, by mistake, she didn't write my email properly. She wrote my wrong email. So she made a mistake with my email ID. So according to her, she has sent me the venue details, but I didn't receive anything. So I was worried. So I was somehow trying to get in touch with them, but nobody picks up the phone because there are so many people calling them in a day for the Oman Air recruitment. So that was really frustrating for me, that how should I attend, because my friend, she got the email of the venue. Yeah, she told me that the interview is the next round is going to happen in Mumbai in the hotel which is close to the airport. I forgot the name of the hotel, but it was right next to the Mumbai Chhatrapati Shivaji airport. Yeah, it was a very good hotel, but I didn't.
How you show up then?
Well, how I showed up. somehow I was after them. I was literally after them, and I kept calling. One day she picked up my phone.
Oh, you and
Oh, I was like, thank God. And then she was, she asked, I told her that I was shortlisted, but my friend has
she
received
got
the
email, but you didn't.
yeah, but I haven't. Then she confirmed my name. She said I was the one who met you in Mumbai and Jet Airways, ex-Jet Airways crew. So what about the venue details? So then she said that, oh, we made a mistake with your email. And then I gave her the right email on the phone, and then she sent me the venue details on my email.
And then you went to.
And
it was in Mumbai.
It
right?
was in Mumbai. The interview.
So
is in Mumbai.
people like recruitment team from Oman Air, they were there, right?
Yeah, they were there.
And
yes.
How was it?
It was a very long day. It started from 8 a.m. in the morning, and it ended in around 10 midnight.
Oh my God.
Yes.
But how many people were invited?
There were quite a few. It was a big hall, maybe 300 to 350 people.
Yeah, so many.
350 people. That was for that day.
Uh-huh.
The next day there were more.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Because for me, when I went to Bosnia, it's country next to Serbia,
Yes.
we were like maybe, I don't know, maybe 30, 35. And then I think maybe 10, 12, I'm not sure now exactly. I think 10 or 12 of us made it to the end.
Oh, that's just
Yeah, I think
35
like
is
10 or 12 of us we got the job, something like that. I'm not now sure with the numbers.
okay.
And then what did you have? Like for us, we had first English test,
Yes.
which for me it was so hard. You know, like I did the English test with Qatar, with Etihad, with Air Serbia, national airline in my country, and all of those 3 tests they were easy for me. I mean, I'm much more better in doing the written tests than doing it like
Verbally.
verbally, yeah. And for me, like I always finish the test quick, like everything is good.
Okay.
Oh my God! But this test with Oman Air, for me, it was really hard. I was like, would I pass? I was like, what is this? And I was asking the girls. Some of them they were fine, like they know everything. Another, my friend that she came with me, she was like, oh, I don't know. The questions were so hard. Like, what is it? So I don't know. How was for you?
Well, it was similar. Yeah, this round was very similar from the one which happened in January in Mumbai. Well, similarly, we were there was an announcement made that all those who are over 30 and those who are below 21, they were asked to leave the hall. Immediately.
So that's important.
That's
like,
really important.
for Oman Air.
Yes,
you need to be over 21 and less than 30.
Less than 30.
Even though now I'm more than 30, but once when they hire you,
yes,
you should be less than 30.
Yes.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe they accept crew who are over 30, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
Like maybe they make...
if they have experience, maybe they take
Maybe,
you.
yeah.
Yes,
maybe.
they did.
So people, they can try always, but
yes.
it's really important to know, like for the ones without experience from 21 to 30, and that's the limit in Oman Air.
Yes.
And then
And then the English test, it was huge. It was
really
was
long.
really long. It was like for 2.5 hours.
I don't know how long was it for us, but it was like so many pages. It's like never
No,
ending.
it was like this big, and it was all a comprehension passage, like a poem.
Yeah,
It was
yeah, I
all
remember.
poems.
Yeah.
Yes, similar.
It was not like when I did it. I don't know with Etihad.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 or 3 pieces of papers. I don't. But it was easier, like four task.
Yeah.
You can do it quick, and the limit was 15 minutes. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it was
like in
15
Etihad.
minutes. Yeah.
It's like quick, but this one. Okay, and then after English test.
After the English test, it was again
Grooming.
the grooming test. It was
Same. I also had the
tattoos.
same.
Yeah, she checked my hands like this and like this,
Yeah.
and then she checked the legs as well.
Body weight.
Body weight, and she told me to maintain my weight. She told me to your weight is fine, but you shouldn't be overweight.
Yeah,
you
I
shouldn't
think
be.
that's also important.
It's
with
really
Oman Air,
important, yes.
Because one girl, she was really, really skinny.
Yeah.
And she didn't pass. Of course, we didn't know is it because of her weight or maybe because of the English test.
Yeah.
Because after the English test, all of us we went for grooming test.
Yes.
That's how it was at my assessment day.
Yeah.
And then after the grooming, they decide who is.
Who's the final shortlisted? Yes.
And then after grooming.
After grooming, again, a lot of people were sent back.
Mm-hmm.
They rejected a lot of candidates, and
For us, we had final interview.
yeah,
We didn't have any group discussion.
yeah. Similarly for us, it was exactly the same. After this grooming test, those who were shortlisted,
Mm-hmm.
they were told to sign the formality, the letters
For swimming.
for swimming. Yes.
I remember.
In case it was written,
Yeah.
in case you come to Oman
Uh-huh.
and you're not able to pass the swimming test, you will be sent back to your
Home.
country. Yes, to your home country. You will be immediately sent back. And if we find out some tattoos, which we didn't see during the recruitment event, then even then they will send you back home. So any grooming
But-
issue and the swimming
Yeah.
issue, so they make you sign, and the cost will be
On your
on
expense.
your expenses. So
That's
you
what
will
I
be
did, yeah.
so you will be holding the cost of the.
But I want to mention something about tattoos. Actually, I flew with one girl and she has tattoo like here on the neck, a little bit lower.
Okay.
And you know, I could see it in the uniform.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's flying. So I think basically it depends on your luck.
Yes.
Of course, it should not be visible. Like now in Oman Air, okay, we have the uniform up to here.
Yes.
And I don't think they will accept even if you have up to your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have on your back or I don't know on your stomach, I think it is fine because if it's not visible, they don't check us when we come here. But I don't know how this girl, she's flying and she had it here. Once, I don't know, when her blouse came
My
down, I could
God.
see it. Yeah, and I didn't ask her anything because it was like, okay, it's
Okay.
not my business, like let her fly.
Let her fly.
Yeah. So, going back about the story about Oman Air, because for you, tell us about the swimming. Why you got afraid about that paper?
Well, that paper was really, it was frightening because
Mhm.
I was really afraid of water.
Yeah.
And yes, that was the biggest challenge for
For
me.
her.
Yes,
Mhm.
because Qatar Airways, they give you life jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Etihad gives you life jacket as well. Emirates will give you life jacket as well.
Well,
But
Qatar Airways, I can confirm during my initial training when we had exercise for ditching. Ditching is basically like landing on water.
yeah,
And then we practice some things like how you will come from the aircraft, jump into the water, I don't know, jump in or board the raft,
yeah,
and all the things we did with the life jacket.
yeah.
So for all of them who don't know to swim, it's easy, of course. You can be scared because you don't know to swim, but you're
Yeah,
safe.
But you're safe.
But
because
in
of the
Oman
life.
Air,
Yes.
now you tell them exactly.
Well, in Oman Air, it was so scary when I realized that the rounds with the life jacket is cool, but there is
wait.
one round.
Let's actually tell them how you came to me, how we met.
Yes.
Basically, we never flew together.
We never flew together, but we know each other very well. How? That's well.
Before she joined
before-
Oman Air,
Yes. Before I
tell them.
yes. I would love to share. It was a coincidence that I just I was so wanted to because I was afraid of the swimming test. So I
Okay.
wanted more information
About that.
about the same my concern.
Mhm.
So I just randomly Googled a few names of cabin crew. I just typed Oman Air cabin crew on Google, and I just her name along with few more girls showed up on the screen, and that's how I could link that profile to her Instagram.
Yeah.
So
And then
yes.
I received the message.
And then my concern, whatever my concern was, I messaged her that I'm a stranger. My name is Pavneet, and I'm sorry you're getting a random message from my side, but I'm really concerned about the swimming test, and I have just
Yeah, because
cleared
you passed everything.
Yes, I passed everything, but
Yeah.
I'm really worried about the swimming test.
What should you expect?
So what I should do? Yes, what I should do? I mean, how much time do I have to practice exactly, and how is the
Actually,
test
because I
conducted?
told you,
Yes.
yeah, because I told her that there is one part that we are doing without life jacket.
Yes.
And since you are not like a good swimmer, you said that you are afraid of the
Yes.
deep water.
Yes.
That's why you try to prepare to
Yes.
practice, right?
Basically, yes. That's what my point was. That's
Mhm.
why I contacted you, and Minya was kind enough to tell me each and every detail about the swimming test, how it is conducted, when it is conducted, and
Yeah, like in which part
in
of
which
the
part
training.
of the training it is done. It is not done immediately when you reach Oman. When you
Yeah.
reach this country, no, you don't have the swimming test then. It's in between the training days.
Mhm.
So like it was like after a month,
Yeah,
or
something like that.
something like that.
Because training is in Oman Air, it's 3 months.
3 months, yes.
And first we had a safety.
We had
No,
induction.
Induction. It
We
was
had-
like 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, we had
And
induction.
then we had the
for-
safety, no?
Yeah, after that.
Like basic knowledge about safety, and then Boeing 737, and then I think it was exactly middle of the training, maybe when you had the swimming test,
Yes.
something like
It
that.
was in the middle of the training, exactly.
So tell them about swimming test.
Yes.
What are the parts and
Okay, so you gave me a lot of information
Mhm.
already before I came to Oman, and it was really helpful. I got to know about the company, like
Oh.
how the company works, how the employees are, what are the difference between Qatar Airways, because Minya,
yeah.
she has been a crew with Qatar Airways and Oman Air, so she could differentiate between
Yeah,
the two
compare
airlines.
a
She
little
could
bit.
Yes, she could literally compare. So I could just, so it was really satisfying for me. And then once I was in the middle of my training, when the swimming test started, it was like I practiced a lot in India. Back in India, I had a lot of practice. So you
But I
basically
remember-
told me,
Yeah.
you
I told you like what are the steps.
yes. So
What
so-
we had like going out from the emergency exit when we go out on the wing.
yeah, we go on.
But that time we have a life jacket.
Yes.
And then we need to board the raft.
Yeah, we have to board the raft.
And then like we need to we are in the raft,
Yes.
sitting all of us. For us, I think we were 15 in our batch,
Yeah.
something like that. So we are sitting in the circle, and then on the instructor sign,
Yes.
we need to flip back in the water.
Oh yes.
But we had the life jacket.
we had the life jacket.
Then we
for
need
that.
to board the raft from water,
Yes.
and also with life jacket.
Yes.
Then again we have to flip back and to be in the water, and then we had like something to hold
We
each
had to
other
make a
hands.
hurdle. Yes, we have to make a hurdle in the water.
Yeah, and then something with legs, I
yes.
don't know.
Yes.
And then
And
the next part.
And then the most scary part is you are not wearing life jacket. you have to cross 25 meters
Yeah.
without stopping. So you start. You are in
On
the
from the one edge.
yes. You're on the edge of the pool,
Mhm.
and it was quite deep.
Actually, I think for us at least, that side, it
That
was
was-
like you can stand.
we can stand,
But
but
on the opposite side, it's going deeper, deeper.
yeah.
deeper,
So it goes deeper, deeper, deeper. So you're standing here, and then you start swimming, and it goes deeper.
As you get tired, you cannot stand anymore.
Yes. So you won't be able to stand on the other edge.
Yeah, so you need to continue.
You need to continue.
Mhm.
So, and if you stop in between, you have to start all the
From
way
the beginning.
from the beginning.
Yeah.
You have to start
And
all
it's
over
not
again.
important like which style you're gonna use to swim from one side to another.
Yes.
It's really not important. They don't check your
They don't
technique
check
or whatever.
Yes.
But what is important, I remember that you asked me, is it allowed to use the Googles?
No,
It
not
was
at
not.
all. You
And
cannot.
you were practicing with Googles, right?
I was practicing with goggles.
Yeah.
And because if you don't see, you feel more comfortable in the water.
Yeah,
if
you
you
splash.
if you see, if you can see inside, you feel better. You don't feel that scared. But if you don't have glasses, you basically your eyes are closed,
And you swim.
and then you swim without looking inside. It's horrifying. It's a nightmare, and
Oh, okay, it's nightmare for those people who are scared about
was
that
scared
part.
about.
Like, let's say for me it was like piece of cake.
Yes,
Because I used to study at Faculty of Sport and Physical Education, and we had the swimming as a subject. So for me, I know all the styles, everything.
yes,
So for me, it was like easy. And I remember when you asked me,
yes,
I couldn't give you all information because that part of the training, it was not really stressful for me. And then I asked my batchmates, like, girls, do you remember exactly what did we do? You know, for me it was fun.
yes.
That part of the training, it was like most fun.
It
I
was most
enjoyed
fun
in
for
that
you.
teaching, in evacuation, when you jump and slide. For
Yes.
me, it was like, wow. Yeah. So you had that swimming part without life jacket, but then we had also like you need to pull another person, like couple. You
Yeah,
remember
well,
that one?
that was really
That was with
easy
life jacket,
because
right?
that was with life jacket.
Yeah.
Everything with life jacket was easy. Anything without life jacket was
Challenging.
challenging. Yes.
Yeah.
So
But okay, for you, I guess the training in Oman Air, it was not that hard.
Yeah,
Because you already have been trained for Boeing 737.
yes,
And then when you joined Oman Air,
yes.
you got Boeing 737 and you got Boeing 787.
7-8. Yes, I was really lucky.
You got the wide body.
I got
finally.
here finally. I was
Yeah.
so happy that Oman Air is giving for the initial batch. They are giving both 7-8 and 7-3. They were giving narrow body and wide body,
Yeah.
and luckily, the narrow body is also flying out of Oman,
And they
international destinations.
Also, there are some layovers.
We
yeah.
have good layovers on 737 as well, and 787 we have beautiful layovers on 7-8. So I was really fortunate to have both of them.
Basically, from the beginning, as you finish your initial training,
Yes.
you had maybe after 2 weeks you start flying already wide body.
Yes,
right? Something
right.
like that.
Right.
Like, and for me, for my initial training, I got Boeing 737, same like her, and I got Airbus 330. So it's also wide body, but we don't have same layovers. Like in Oman Air, basically, like Boeing 787 is doing certain number of layovers, and then Airbus 330 has another layovers. So we are not flying on the same type of aircraft. That's
Exactly.
why
That's
we didn't
really
have a chance to fly together.
Yeah, we never got to
Yeah.
fly with each other.
But we met each other a lot in the crew reporting building.
Yes.
And also we have some photos together.
We also have photographs
I
together.
will publish some of them. And that's it basically regarding the Oman Air. I want to ask you if you remember, doesn't matter if it's Oman Air or Jet Airways, like did you have some emergency situation, I don't know, safety, security or first aid, something that will stay always in your mind?
Well, fortunately, I didn't have anything regarding first aid. However,
Or maybe
my-
you had something simple, right?
Yeah.
Fainting and
Yeah, that was just normal fainting. A passenger fainted on my flight, and a bit of chest pain. That was it. But yes, there was one situation.
tell us.
Yes, it was morning flight, and we were, I don't know, we were traveling to some of the destination in India. I think Jaipur, I guess. So we were, so the aircraft is taxiing.
Okay, just to tell
Yes.
people what is the taxing.
Taxiing means like it's walking slowly when it's just
from the parking area.
From
then
the
we
parking.
prepare the cabin for takeoff. Like all passengers, they have a seatbelt fastened and everything. So aircraft can start taxiing to the runway.
Yes.
And then
once the slow walking of the aircraft was finished, so then comes the part when the aircraft is like full
engine power.
Full engine power, and we call it as full takeoff roll. So it was on full engine power, and it was supposed to take off that time, but the captain put the brakes on, and it stopped.
But I imagine like it's probably like very strong.
It was really strong, and everybody was like, bang!
Yeah.
What just happened? It was we were all in a shock for a second, because when the aircraft is in full thrust, it is supposed to go up, but it didn't go up. It just stopped. The captain put the brakes on, and we all just stopped like this, just like what happens in a car.
Yeah. If you press brakes.
If you press the brakes, everybody goes like this. So that's what happened, and we were all we were a bit sleepy because it was a morning flight. I hope you understand.
Of course, I understand. What is night and morning flight?
Yes.
You are a little bit sleepy. It's normal.
Yes. For us, morning is anything. Morning is night. Night is morning.
Yeah. Everything
It doesn't matter.
Mixed. Yeah.
And
you
then,
probably were waiting for next.
we were
command
waiting
from the captain,
yes,
right?
we heard a command from the captain. So he comes on he makes announcement. He comes on PA, passenger announcement. He makes an announcement that cabin crew remain seated.
Okay.
Which means
Which is good sign.
Which is a good sign. That means captain is okay. He's fine, and
no need for evacuation.
No need for
But
evacuation.
still, like you need to be alerted.
But
check
you have
what
to
is going on.
Absolutely. So basically, once we hear from the captain, we are supposed to hear the second command. We wait for the second command. So till that time, we need to be ready, and we have to just make sure that everybody is okay. But people were very courageous. They were not scared at all. They were maybe they were scared, but there was no reaction. There was no mess in the cabin. Everybody was settled.
Actually, maybe
and fastened in their seatbelts.
I guess they were afraid, That's why they kept quiet, because
maybe they were waiting
for what should we do now? Like, what's going on?
Yes.
But what was the problem? Do you know?
Something. It was the engines were not fine, so it was not safe to take off. Maybe
Did
the
you
captain
go back to the parking?
Yes. Then we had to go back. So once, and then captain made some announcement that everything is fine. So, and then we will be going back to the parking.
Okay.
So then we went back to the parking
area.
lot, the parking area. We were back at the same place. So we taxied back to the parking.
And then
then we had to open the doors again.
They disembark the passengers?
No, we opened the doors again, and engineers stepped in the aircraft, and they checked something. What's wrong with it? I don't know what they were.
All those buttons.
All those buttons and all those things, which we barely understand. So they were just checking. They fixed it. Whatever. There was some problem with I don't know. I barely remember, but there was some problem with the engines, and it was not really. I think there is a device in the flight deck area where the captain sits. So there was a device which shows how much fuel is available in the aircraft, and that device was showing that there is no fuel.
And actually it's supposed to be full.
And
so
it's supposed to be
something.
full. Yes.
Something
Yes.
mistaken.
But the tank was full. There was
Yeah.
the fuel was fine, but the device wasn't showing that there is
Uh-huh.
enough fuel in the aircraft.
So they fixed the problem.
So they fixed the problem. Yes.
And you flew later on the same
and
aircraft.
and the same aircraft, but it took a very long time, like an hour.
Yeah, they need to make sure.
They need to make sure everything is fine. It
What
was
happened
the problem.
exactly.
Exactly. The problem was fixed, and then we were given clearance that yes, now it's safe. We can leave. We're ready to depart.
Mhm.
And then we closed the doors and we did the safety demonstration again. We had a manual demonstration in Jet Airways.
Every time you need to do it. Huh?
Every time we need to show exits
Yeah.
behind, and this is life jacket. Everything
Yeah,
we need to
luckily-
demonstrate.
Luckily in
ourselves.
Oman Air.
Yes.
Actually, when I joined, we had, I don't know even now, yeah. No, when I joined, we had few aircraft. No, I'm not sure. But yeah, sometimes when screens are not working, I had maybe 10 times in my career that I did it manually. Yeah, you know, sometimes we have problem with the screens.
Yes, it happened once
Yeah,
on my
so
flight.
we did it. For me,
as
I'm
well.
fine. I like it, but I'm not sure if I would like to do it every flight.
No
I guess
one
it's
likes it.
tiring.
It's very tiring. Nobody likes
But
it.
once in a while, it's fun, you know.
Mhm.
For me, it's funny. I don't know. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell me what is the highlight of this job for you? Like, what is the best thing about this job?
The best thing about being a cabin crew
Mhm.
is that you get to see the destinations. However, you have to work a lot before the flight.
Tell
Yes.
them the truth.
Yes, you have to work. You basically don't have the energy left in you to see the world.
Come on, not that bad.
No, I'm sorry. That
Sometimes.
sometimes. Yes.
Sometimes you have energy.
Yes, sometimes we have energy and we can see the destination where we land.
Yeah, if we have layover.
If we have a layover, yeah. So we have two types of flights.
Mhm.
One is turnaround, the other is layover. So the turnaround flight is basically you land and you stay there for some time, like 30 to 40 minutes,
Mhm.
and then you bring the passengers from that destination back
Yes.
to the base,
Uh-huh.
back to Oman.
Your base, yeah.
Which is Oman.
Mhm.
Muscat is our base, so
Mhm.
we just land to that destination and come back to Muscat after 40 minutes.
Yeah, so no time to go out.
No
or
time to
whatever.
go out, no time even to see the airport.
Yeah.
So we just come back immediately.
You know, I have some friends in Dubai,
Yeah.
and then they ask me like, "Do you fly to Dubai?" Yes, I fly. Can you go out from the aircraft when you land in Dubai? I'm like, no way. I need to stay there. Like it's 40 minutes. You don't have time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the turnaround. And layover is when we land. Usually it's for longer flights. Let's say maybe 5 hours or
Yeah.
longer than 5 hours.
Yeah.
Then we have layover at
Yes.
that destination.
Mhm.
That means we stay there, we go to hotel, we sleep. And some layovers are 24 hours,
Mhm.
some of them are longer. It depends on
Longer.
the destination, how often our company is flying to that destination. So it might be like 36 hours, 40,
Mhm.
I don't know, 48. But most of the time it's 24 hours.
Yeah.
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 And what did I ask you? Yeah, what is
Yeah,
the best thing?
So yes, the best thing is that you're traveling, you get to see the world, and there are a lot of privileges the company, the airline gives you. Basically, they pay you like the job requirement is not too much. You don't have to be, you don't have to have a degree for this. Even if you
Yeah.
are a high school,
Yeah,
if you just completed high school, you can become a cabin
Mhm.
crew. So it doesn't require much qualification, and you can earn, like you can have good money.
yeah.
Basically, you can have a good pay. So that is the best thing, and perks of this industry that you may get to see celebrities on board. Yes,
You
we
have
had
some?
a lot of celebrities, Indian celebrities on.
When you used to work in Jet Airways,
Yes,
right?
yes.
For me, I didn't have anyone, you know.
Mm.
Like my sister, she had Novak Djokovic. I don't know, Novak Djokovic is like famous Serbian tennis player.
Okay,
He's number one in the world.
okay.
And she had him on board, and then she showed me the photo. I'm like, I want to meet with Novak Djokovic, you know.
Mhm.
But so you had some famous Indian actors.
We have, because Jet Airways was a leading airline, so
Uh-huh.
all the celebrities are only flying with Jet Airways.
Oh, great.
They don't choose any other airline, so we had almost every celebrity with Jet Airways.
Wow.
Even I've heard
Actually, I
that.
saw some of your photos.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it was Indian comedian or something.
Yes.
I saw the photos.
Yes.
Okay, that's nice.
So basically you are being paid for traveling, you are being paid for seeing the world, and it's not a regular 9 to 5 job. It's pretty exciting. You would feel, and it's pretty glamorous. It's a uniform job and you have a lot of attention of people. So when you're
that's
walking at
true.
the airport, it's like all the eyes are on you. So people are looking at you. You have a lot of attention.
Yeah, that's true.
So these are and you get free tickets. Free tickets
Not
to
free,
travel.
free, but
Not for free, yes.
yeah.
Well,
Actually, we get one free ticket.
yes.
Like
we-
companies providing one ticket
yes.
per year, but other ones are like 90 or 50% discount, which is really useful.
Well, in Jet Airways,
you
Jet
used to
Airways
have.
used to give free, like very much discounted. The tickets were way too discounted, and
Wow.
we just had to pay like 10%.
Or maybe just
We just had to
airport tax
we just
or-
had to pay the airport tax. That's it. We didn't pay
Wow.
the, what do you call it? We didn't pay the
Full
full fare.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we didn't pay that at all. So so our crew, they were used to go on their annual leaves. They used to fly to Amsterdam, Toronto,
Yeah.
London, Hong Kong, Paris.
Oh, you had lots of
We had a lot of
destinations.
destinations.
Wow.
So all the tickets were discounted, like almost free. So we just pay the airport tax in Jet Airways.
Yeah.
In Oman Air also our tickets are very much discounted,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, we have like 50 to 90%, as I
Yes.
said, with other airlines. That
Yes.
is really good.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Even
I
with other
mentioned-
airlines we
I
can
mentioned
fly.
in the last episode when I had with my sister, like when we went to US from Oman, which is country in Middle East, all the way to Chicago,
Yeah.
I paid one direction $220. And imagine with Qatar Airways, like 5 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cheap, like $220.
It's really cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really, really
It's
good
really
side
good side.
for this job.
That's a very
But
good.
you need to have time to use
Yes.
these tickets to travel, if you
Exactly.
like traveling, of
if
course.
you like traveling. So basically, if you're into traveling, if you love traveling, this is the job for you.
Yeah, you will enjoy, definitely.
Yes.
Okay, now one question. One question you don't like being asked from passengers. Like for me, I
Well-
don't like when they ask me to give my pen.
Well, that's even I don't like it. I hate it when they ask for a pen. And
Of course, you know,
Well-
we have our company pens, which we can provide.
yes.
But sometimes we don't have pens.
yes.
And then you need to give your own pen. I know maybe it sounds like I'm selfish or something like that.
Yeah.
But you know, every flight, like you keep, I don't know, like 10 pens. At the end, you finish with no pens. And then if you need for something, you don't have it
You
anymore.
don't have it, right?
So what is there something that you don't like being asked from their side?
Well, anything I'm running out of, like
Oh,
if I don't have something, like for example, if there is no more vodka in the cabin, and I'm being asked for vodka over and over again, and I feel embarrassed because I don't have it,
Yeah.
and maybe some documents, some paperwork,
Oh yeah.
because we don't get it enough
yeah.
to distribute. Sometimes we are running out of papers,
Yeah,
immigration
this
papers.
Immigration form.
So they get really upset that the immigration papers were given to some passengers,
But
and
not to them.
not to them, because that was also even then I feel really embarrassed.
Yeah, I have the same feeling.
Yeah.
But it's not in my power. Like
Yeah.
I cannot provide more. If there is no, there is no.
There is
But of
no-
course, we try to explain them
Yes, we do explain
in the
that.
nice way.
Yeah.
So we don't want them to complain about that.
Yeah, we have to make sure that nobody complains.
To use all resources.
Yes.
So did you receive any complaint? If you remember, not maybe you personally, maybe you as a team, like your members.
Well, yes. Sometimes, yes, there was one instance that a passenger found me rude.
Oh.
I don't know. I have been really sweet. Really, I'm never rude to anyone. Maybe I sounded rude.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I was sleepy, or I don't know. So he found me rude. So he complained to my supervisor that my tone, the tone of my voice,
Was not
was not
good enough for
good
his
enough.
ear.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that was sad. I made sure, I went to him, I apologized that that's not what I meant, and I really want to make sure that your flying experience is good enough with Oman Air, and I want to basically I want him to leave happily.
Yeah.
So
you
I
offered
apologized.
You offered him something extra.
of course, I offered him whatever I had.
Yeah.
We just have to offer anything to make it up to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I did apologize to him in any way if I was rude. I didn't realize, so
Yeah.
I'm really sorry if I am. And he was pretty much okay after I spoke to him.
That's good. Yeah. If you approach them and you tell them that
Yeah.
you're sorry for something,
Yeah,
well, we are human beings.
but he did complain about me. Still,
He sent a complaint.
he sent a written
Aw.
complaint. Yes, he
And
did.
then you receive it on email.
I
Right?
did receive on email. So, but
Aw.
I was saved. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if you make some kind of mistake, like in this company, they're not gonna terminate you immediately. They give a chance. I mean, you were not in a problem because of that.
Yeah, I wasn't in a problem because he didn't mention my name.
Ah.
But yeah, I have received a lot of appreciation because
tell us.
yeah, because I'm always smiling. I'm always like, whatever they need, I make sure I make full efforts. I make a lot of effort to make them happy,
Yeah, to satisfy
to
their
satisfy
needs.
their
and-
needs,
Yeah.
because at the end we're working for them, and
Yeah.
they're paying a lot for traveling.
I agree. That's how we get our salaries.
That's
no?
how we are getting our salaries. So
Yeah,
we
they're
need to
really
make sure.
important, of
Yeah.
course.
So I've been complimented for smiling throughout and making sure that they are satisfied. They're basically
They come back to
They
fly
come
again
back
with
to
the-
fly again
our
with us.
airline. Yeah,
Yes.
that's important.
that's important.
Okay, now I have one game for you.
Okay, I like games.
So the game is this or that.
Okay.
I will give you like two names to
Mhm.
something, and you need just to tell which one you prefer more.
Mhm.
And if you want, you can give me, or when we finish, because I have like 15, when we finish those 15, I will go back and you can explain why this and not that.
Okay.
So first one, Airbus or Boeing?
Boeing.
Layover or turnaround?
Layovers.
Short flight or long flight?
Long flight.
Day flight or night flight?
Night flights.
Wow. European layover or Asian layover?
European always.
Do you prefer aisle or window seat?
I prefer aisle seat.
Wow. Do you prefer working in the cabin or working in the galley?
I like to be in the cabin.
Wow. Do you prefer working with female colleagues or male colleagues?
I love working with males.
Wow. Okay.
But not
Do you prefer working in economy or business class?
Economy is more chilled, so economy.
I agree.
Yes.
High heels or flat shoes?
Flat shoes, more comfortable.
Trousers or dress?
Trousers.
Trousers? Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Coffee. Oman Air or Jet Airways?
Oman Air.
Okay. Living in Oman or living in India?
Living in Oman. Any day.
View from 40,000 feet or view from your home?
View from 40,000 feet.
Okay, that's it. Let's go back to the first one. Airbus or Boeing? Why you choose Boeing?
Because according to technology, the air conditioning of the Boeing aircraft is better than the Airbus.
But now you talk about 787.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about 787.
Because 787.
Yes.
Because 737, I don't see like
73 is not very
Old
pretty.
school,
It's
I
old
would say.
school. It's a very small aircraft. I don't like 73. I'm talking about the 78.
So you choose Boeing because of 787.
Because of the because of
Just
the air
really
conditioning.
modern
It's good
aircraft.
for skin. The air conditioning is basically good for the skin. It's same as that we have on ground.
Yeah.
So it is not harmful. And the destinations that we have on 78 is really good because we have London and Paris
Manchester.
and Manchester.
Yeah, in Europe. And
In
then
Europe,
you have
and
what
we
else?
have-
You have
we have Morocco. We have
Indonesia, right?
yeah, we have Jakarta,
Jakarta.
and we have
That's it, basically, right?
we have
Bangkok,
one more.
Bangkok.
Bangkok, yes,
Thailand.
Bangkok.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
People love Bangkok. Maybe that's why they choose 78 because of Bangkok.
I wish I get it. Hi.
Good.
Good. Okay, we continue.
Yeah, we continue.
Okay, and then you said you prefer layover more than turnaround.
Yes, because in layovers we get to see the country.
Yeah.
We
Why you prefer long flight than short?
yeah, because in long flights we get more cabin crew.
Oh, yeah.
And basically for wide body we have more cabin crew,
Mhm.
and
For me, I also like prefer long flights more than short.
yeah, you get
Because-
more time to prepare things.
That and you have more time to make passengers satisfied.
Satisfied.
Because
you have
if
a lot
it's
of
short
time.
flight and they ask, you don't have time.
You don't have time
Yeah.
to entertain
And
them.
for me, it's stressful. I don't mind if they ask 100 questions, whatever, like 100 times they want this, that. I don't mind. Until I have time, I will give them.
Yeah,
Why you like night flights more than day flights?
because I don't like waking up in the morning.
Ah,
I hate to wake up in the morning, and I hate to. Afternoon flights are still okay,
Mhm.
but yeah, night flight is like I can take a nap during the day and I can stay up at night. It's
Mhm.
okay with me.
okay.
love it.
You see, for me, it's opposite.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you said you prefer aisle seat, not window seat. What about view?
I understand the view, but I like to, if
You have freedom to move,
I have
right?
freedom to move. Yeah, I want to move in the cabin. So
Mhm.
I like to, if I have, because I like to use the restroom again and again
Yeah.
for a touch up of makeup or anything, or maybe you have to take a round, you're tired, your
Yeah,
legs
to
are
stretch
tired,
your
you just
legs,
stretch
yeah.
your legs, you like to move around. So it's hard to move from the window, but it's
Yeah,
easy to move
because you
from
need
the
to wake
aisle.
up the people to
Yeah.
go over their legs.
Yes, you don't like to interrupt others.
Okay. You said you like working with male colleagues more than female.
That's because not everybody.
Yeah, it depends
It
again.
depends,
The
basically.
person.
It depends on person. But as far as our experiences, guys have been more friendly to females,
More relaxed.
more relaxed, and they tend to do your job as well sometimes.
You're lucky.
And
It depends.
It depends again. Not every guy is same, but guys are sort of more. They flatter you. They give you a bit more comfort than
Yeah.
females. Females maybe can be a little mean, but not everybody, of course. Like I have really good friends of mine, my best friends, my girlfriends. I love to fly with them, and there are a lot of people, but just a general opinion of mine.
Yeah, it depends.
It depends again.
Like for me, again, it depends on the person, of course.
Yeah.
But I prefer working with a female more than with a male.
Oh.
Yeah, because what my experience, like what I think the female crew, they are more careful. They want to satisfy passenger needs.
Okay.
That's my
That way.
experience. Yeah,
Okay.
it's different.
Yeah, again.
And of course, you like living in Oman. You love Oman Air. So I guess you enjoy here, right? In
Yes.
this company, in this country.
This company and this country has given me a lot of opportunities. So I'm really happy here. Like I was not given wide body in
Jet
my
Airways.
airline. Yes, and I'm given wide body in right at the beginning of my
Yeah.
training. So, and yes, when we talk about money wise, well
It's
the
better.
pay scale is better than what we get in India. So it's way more than in Oman. So obviously, and the growth opportunities is better in Oman. In Jet Airways, I was never given I was not given as many opportunities as I'm being given in Oman. So I prefer Oman.
Okay. And that's it, basically. I want to ask you now for the end one question. So, do you have any plans for the future? Is it related with the aviation or any idea? Like, what would you like to work, let's say, in 5 years or
Well, aviation has a lot of opportunities. You can work all your life in aviation industry.
Yeah, maybe not as a cabin
Not
crew.
not if there are a lot of cabin crew. They're flying. They're over 40 years. They're still flying. So as long as you maintain yourself, you can fly. So and in case you're tired of flying, if your body is way too tired, because this is it takes the soul out of you. This job is physically challenging. You really need to you really need to it's really tiring job. So if you really if you don't want to fly all your life, you can become a trainer. You can become a first aid trainer or a safety trainer, or you can become a supervisor.
Yeah.
Some crew also becoming pilots.
That's
They're
true.
they're getting they save money and they do their trainings. A lot of Qatar Airways cabin crew are doing that. If you must be
even
aware.
in Oman Air also.
Even in Oman Air.
So many Omani boys, because we
Yes.
have so many Omani cabin crew, like
Yes.
boys, more than girls.
Yes.
And a lot of them, like they're, I don't know, yes, they're saving money.
They're saving money.
And then they go for pilot's training.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're basically saving money, and they're gonna use that money for their training for becoming a pilot. So there are a lot of crew. There are a lot of opportunities in this industry.
What about you? What would you like? You would like to stay here in Oman Air?
Yes, I see my future with Oman Air, and I was also very fascinated by Emirates airline because that has more destinations and more layovers.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, you can always apply for a different airline. When you're already in an airline, it's easy to move to another airline.
Yeah, I think actually that's why I got a job in Oman Air, like because of course I got a job because I'm a good candidate.
Yes, of course.
But it was big advantage that I had experience with Qatar Airways,
Yes.
you know. Even if it was really short, just 5 months, but I think for them it was really valuable. And
Yes.
here in Oman Air we have a lot of ex-Qatar Airways cabin crew.
We have a lot of ex-Qatar Airways cabin crew, and a lot of people coming here from Emirates because they find it more stressful in Qatar Airways and Emirates. And the good thing about Oman Air is it's really relaxed. This company gives you they give you a comfort level.
Yeah.
They keep their employees in a very
stressful.
comfortable. It's not that stressful.
Of course, they come with some rules, or of course we feel stressed because we are in aviation and
Yes, it
everything is
always-
in rush all the time.
Always, yes.
Yeah, but company is a company.
Yes, they have
It's
to.
chilled.
Yeah, but as a company, Oman Air compared to other airlines, it's really relaxed and yes, very organized, and it gives you comfort to
Yeah.
their employees.
I agree.
Yes.
Okay, that is it for now.
Mhm.
I want to thank you. I think
Thank you
you
very
did
much.
a great job.
Thank you.
I hope our viewers, they will like it.
I hope this information helps
Yeah.
to all those people who want to
join
aviation.
and maybe Oman Air.
Mhm.
So we hope actually after this situation with Corona passed that of course aviation, not just Oman Air, all airlines, they will have financial problems of course, but maybe after 1 year or I don't know, maybe they will start recruiting again.
Yes, of course, they will.
Yeah, hopefully.
We
of course
all
they
are-
will need.
Aviation is going through a bad time at this
Yeah.
moment, so we will overcome one day. Definitely.
We are stronger.
We're strong. Yes.
Yeah. And if you have any questions, guys, you can you can leave it in the comments, share with your friends, and that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
See you guys.
See
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye.
Cabin crew, take your seats for landing.